going on. Now, yesterday on this programme, we brought you a press release that the Ballyshannon Action Group, a community group, is to challenge a recent An Bord Pleanála decision that will see a large quarry open beside 56 homes on a narrow country road close to a number of farms, stud farms and primary schools at Racefield in Ballyshannon. They're going to challenge it in the High Court. She's been with us previously on the programme on this issue. Member of the Ballyshannon Action Group, Geraldine O'Connor. Good morning, Ger, again.
Good morning, Clem. Thanks for having me back on.
Now, you have finally decided to go. I think listeners are well aware now with the issue out there. You are opposing the development, which originally was turned down by Kildare County Council. It went to An Bord Pleanála. The An Bord Pleanála inspector also recommended that the application by Kilsaran Concrete would be turned down on a number of development grounds, but An Bord Pleanála overruled its inspector and overruled Kildare County Council. You are obviously opposed to it because of the impact, the environmental impact it would have on the area and on your own lives as well. And one of the areas there of concern, of course, the equine industry, people's homes, the amount of heavy goods vehicles that would be on the road, the lifespan of the quarry, which is set at 10 years with 2 years remedial, but there is a condition whereby the developers could apply for an extension of the life of the quarry, which could see it run on for 20 years. And even if they shut down after 12 years totally, the land used by the quarry will never be able to be used for agricultural use again. That's just a general roundup of whatever happens. Now, I know you've had a number of meetings recently, community-wise, public and otherwise, Geraldine.
That's correct. And we have decided that we would file for judicial review, which we have done with the High Court, and the High Court will decide if the case can be heard. And now it's very early days. Papers have been filed. They will be reviewed by the courts, and as you know, courts are adjourned at present. We'll know whether the case will proceed in September. The courts will tell us whether we have a good case or not. It's the judge that will decide, Clem. But we have a very good legal team behind us. We're still fundraising. So it's at very early stages now. We're in a different scenario, as you know. I mean, this is going on almost 2 years when I first spoke to you about this. So now we're at a different level completely. I mean, it was... our problem here is with the planning system has failed us. It's not Kilsaran. They did what they did, but it's not them we have the issue with. It's the planning system. The planning system has failed us, and that's where we're taking the case. Has
your action group at any stage or at any juncture had any communication with or from Kilsaran or engagement with them?
None whatsoever. No, none whatsoever. And we have invited them to meetings, as when I was on your radio programme many times, you had also invited them, but we got nothing back. No feedback at all, good, bad or indifferent. So no, we don't know how they, what they're at.
So no engagement whatsoever?
None whatsoever.
I suppose the company's position is they will maintain, I'm sure, and I'm not here to make their case because I've extended regular invitations to them to respond or appear on the programme or whatever else. Their case will be, we went through a proper planning process, we have observed all the terms and conditions required with it, so therefore we have nothing that we need to be concerned about.
Possibly, that is possibly, but I mean, as we're the people living here, we have lots of problems. We have, we're not giving up. We can't give up, Clem. As I said to you, this is our lively. This is where we live. Our lives will never, ever be the same again. Should Kilsaran go ahead? We have 2 local schools. I mean, we've gone over this over and over again. So now we were left with no other place to go but to take a judicial review. It should have never come to this.
Okay, and I understand as well, by the way, that the quarry site is close to Doon All in a hill, which is recognised as an heritage site and is on the tentative list to be given UNESCO World Heritage status. A number of American experts were here recently to voice their concerns regarding plans for the quarry due to its close proximity to Doon All in a. Going to the High Court, Geraldine, is an extremely expensive process. I know you've engaged a legal company. What's funding the group? We
have a GoFundMe. We're doing very well on GoFundMe, and then we have that people can drop into the credit union in Kilcullen and leave a donation, or Dowlin's pub at Ballyshannon Cross. People have been absolutely fantastic, Clem. I think when they realise, I don't think people realised it was going to go ahead. Everyone said, oh no, sure, they were refused. I said, yeah, but that was then, this is now. You know what I mean? And it will affect everybody. So now people are really getting behind, and they're fighting, and, you know, we have to fight, Clem. We have to fight.
And are you getting much support from, because the Raceville Ballyshannon area is one thing where the quarry will be located, but all the truck movements and everything else will be heading towards Kilcullen and areas like that. Is there much concern in the Kilcullen area as well?
Yeah, Kilcullen have been fantastic. They've come behind us, and Tracy Pickett is out in Kilcullen, and they've all come on board. I think they realise now that, you know, it will affect everybody. As we said, Clem, about the roads before, you know, the crossroads there going into Kilcullen. I mean, it's disastrous at the best of times. You put 74 plus lorries on that extra, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to pass our schools, and they won't stick to the routes. Now, I'm not saying Kilsarran won't stick to the routes. They will possibly stick to the routes, but it's any other hauliers coming in. Naturally, they're going to go the quickest way they can to get to their destination. I think they're paid by load, I'm not sure, but they're going to use, so it means that the Martinstown Road will be used, both ends of Ballyshannon Road, the Boherguy Road, all of those roads will be used to get to their destination.
All right, I suppose the company's response there might be that they will ensure and guarantee that anyone making provisions or deliveries in or out of the development would stick to the roads, but I understand your concerns in regards to that. So it's next month, Geraldine. The judge will decide whether you can take the case further or not. Let's await that and stay in touch with us, okay?
Thank you very much, Clem.
You're welcome. Geraldine O'Connor of the Ballyshannon Action Group. Owen.
Joining me on the line now is Pat Pender, chairman of the Zero Waste Community Garden Rathcoffey. Pat, good morning to you. Welcome to the